programs. I would like to conclude my speech by saying that mainly on the maintenance and functioning of the existing schemes rather than launching the new one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kirti. Now we'll move on to our next participant, Mehek Chaudhary.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg Chaudhary from class 11 from Jain Public School, Saharanpur. Today, I'm here to express my views over quality education. Education is the most important tool for the betterment of humanity as well as for the development of modernization in civilization. But in today's world of immense technology, we are still facing the import and export of education because of study barriers such as in order to make income. In today's world of it is true that in the countries provided with financial as well as human resources that uh, then the step towards success is set. But the question arises: how can you utilize these resources properly? In order to utilize these resources, the education plays very important role. When we talk about quality education, it is the essence of knowledge and information provided by educational professionals to make our future bright. Quality education is considered as one of the basic reasons for the developing of any state and its conversion into a developed state. Uh, we could deem education as a token or a golden coin that brings not only immensity in knowledge but also superlative standard in life. Some challenges or barriers followed by education in UP are our high fee structure, lack of awareness, and conversion of this field into business. The feeling of educationalists to work for humanity by spreading of education is now being sidetracked in order to make money. To triumph over these challenges, we should now develop advanced educational facilities in educational institutes by developing education advanced frameworks. New course of education should be formulated, and we all should try to make our best to provide free of cost education to the powered sections of our society, and also we should provide it at a minimum cost. At last, I would conclude that as it is clear that without education we can't make success, so uh, we should all should understand the importance and value and also the enormity of education to make our success. And at last, I would like to conclude that we all should make it in the reach of every person. Thank you to listen me carefully.
Thank you, Mehek. That was a wonderful speech. Now, our next participant, Garima Rahul.
Yes. Hello.
Yes,
Am I
Garima, you're
audible?
audible. Yes, you're audible.
Good evening, respected judges. I'm talking about the sixth of class 11 at Academy Public School, Meerut. Is going to the topic so quality education. Quality education is one that focuses on the whole child.
Actually, your voice is breaking.
I think till then we can move on to the next participant and we'll ask Karma to rejoin. So we have our next participant, Anvesha Chaudhary.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, Anvesha.
Okay. Hello, everyone present here, and thank you for bearing with me today. I am Anvisha Chaudhary from class 10th from Amin Public School, Meerut Rank. My token number is 7, and I'm here to speak about quality education in Uttar Pradesh. I think, first of all, we all must ponder upon actually what is quality education. Quality education is the one that focuses on the social, physical, mental, and emotional development of a child. The main purpose of quality education is to determine the educational needs of the student and to improve the quality of education. In our state, that is Uttar Pradesh, quality education is one of the major problems of the educational system. Many factors have hindered the pace of quality education in our state, like the attendance ratio. Students attending schools in our state is less than the required number. Mainly in villages, parents are not willing to send their children to school, particularly the girls. Also, there is a lack of educational institutions and the required equipments. Though Uttar Pradesh has a literacy rate of around 67.6%, but its dropout rate is one of the highest in India. It is around 9.8% in Uttar Pradesh because students tend to fail in their secondary and senior secondary schools and hence they lose interest in studies. So, all these problems must be improved to improve the quality of education in our state and hence in India. The initial starting to solve these problems must be the improvement in educational infrastructure. Also, the teaching methods must be made more interesting so that the students take interest in studies and attend schools regularly. One most important point is the extracurricular activities. These help in the holistic and cognitive development of a student. Activities also help in building a student's personality and confidence. With this, I would just like to finish off my speech by saying that quality education in Uttar Pradesh is the need of an hour and it must be worked upon as soon as possible. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Anvesha. Now we have our next participant, Golu Babu.
मेरा नाम गोलू बाबू है और मैं औरैया का रहने वाला हूँ। मेरा टोकन नंबर 8 है और मेरे स्कूल का नाम स्वामी विवेकानंद इंटर कॉलेज सहार औरैया है। आज हम बात करेंगे स्वामी विवेकानंद इंटर कॉलेज स्वामी विवेक उत्तर प्रदेश शिक्षा गुणवत्ता एवं समाधान। देखिए, मैं 2 पॉइंट सिर्फ ही बताऊंगा, ज्यादा टाइम बर्बाद नहीं करूंगा। पॉइंट नंबर 1 मेरा है कि कुछ बच्चे गरीबी रेखा से जो नीचे होते हैं वो पढ़ नहीं पाते क्योंकि उनकी आर्थिक स्थिति सही नहीं होती है। तो मैं आपको बता दूं कि जो मतलब जिन बच्चों में काबिलियत होती है और जो बहुत ही टैलेंटेड होते हैं वो पढ़ नहीं पाते हैं क्योंकि उनकी आर्थिक स्थिति सही नहीं होती है। इसके लिए मैं समाधान बताने जा रहा हूँ कि प्रत्येक कॉलेज या स्कूल में हमें एक बैंक जैसा एक बनाना चाहिए जिसमें सभी शिक्षक मिलकर थोड़ा अपनी तनख्वाह का थोड़ा थोड़ा पैसा उसमें जमा करें और उससे गरीबी बच्चों का, जो गरीब बच्चे होते हैं गरीबी रेखा से नीचे होते हैं, उनकी पढ़ाई हो जाएगी और उनसे हमारे देश का फ्यूचर डेवलप होगा। और मैं दूसरी समस्या बताने जा रहा हूँ कि हमारे स्कूल की आम समस्या जो है कि टीचर कहते हैं बच्चों की आप हमसे ट्यूशन पढ़िए वरना हम आपको कम मार्क्स देंगे। तो मैं आपको बता दूं इसका समाधान है कि जो टेस्ट होता है या फिर कोई भी किसी भी प्रकार का एग्जाम, तो उसमें प्रधानाचार्य का को के साथ मिलकर सभी बच्चों को टेस्ट देना चाहिए जिससे कि प्रधानाचार्य ही उनको मतलब मार्क्स दे ताकि टीचर ना दे। धन्यवाद। मैं ही अपनी बात को विराम देता हूँ। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू गोलू बाबू, आपके हम व्यूज जान पाए, थैंक यू। अब हमारे नेक्स्ट पार्टिसिपेंट हैं प्रतिष्ठा सिंह।
Good morning, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. I'm audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ma'am. Myself, Pratishta from Muzaffarnagar, token number 9, class 9, MGPS, going topic education
Pratishta, you're not audible.
ourselves in this beautiful.
Pratishtha,
Hello?
your voice is breaking. Can you just move on to some place where network is more stable?
Yeah, ma'am, of course. This I'm going.
Try to relocate.
Just a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible
Hello?
now. Please go ahead. Yes, you're audible.
Good evening, ma'am. Myself, Pratishtha from Muzaffarnagar, token number 9, class 9th, going to deliver a speech on our current topic, quality education. Education is a bridge which gave our dreams the path of success as the opportunity to alight ourselves in this beautiful world of wonder. This as in an individual start learning by birth and learn till the death. But as we all know, in this pandemic year, our studies got a new helping hand as virtual studies. But after some time, when the schools reopen, the students will go to school and get they do not have the practice to be seated for hours and hours long. I'm just here to tell you about some problems and some solution for them. Problem number one. They feel tired to be seated for a long time. Solution in starting month, accept a sports period every day to make problem number two, heavy school bags.
Ekta,
Make a arranged schedule.
Pratishtha, please try turning off your video camera as we are not able to hear you clearly. So please turn off your video camera, it'll be better then. Sorry to interrupt you.
Hello,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, speak now.
मैम क्या मैं शुरू से ही स्टार्ट करूं?
जी नहीं, जहाँ से आप बीच में से.
Okay, ma'am. Heavy school bags. Make a arranged schedule that contain only 5 to 6 kg of weight, including the paraphernalia. Problem number 3. Students seated on the last bench would not clearly see the things written on the board, so the teacher should dictate the things clearly. Education breeds confidence, confidence breed hope, hope breed peace. Thank you for giving me your precious time.
Thank you, Pratishta. Now we have a next participant, Prerna Kashyap.
Hello.
Yes, Prerna, you're audible.
Yeah, okay. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Here's a beautiful evening to all my judges and contestants here. Here is Prerna Kashyap, student of 12th grade in A-Club Public School, Muradnagar. Quality education, which fosters the acquisition of foundational skills in order to provide the EUP, we are facing major issues. But, yep, I'm serious. According to the provisions of Right to Education for Children Act 2009, there should be 30:1 in 35:1 student teacher ratio in primary and upper primary schools. But in reality, we are having 65:1 ratio, thus making it difficult for a teacher to create quality environment. Poverty is a big hurdle and a strong predictor of low education performance. As 40% of children in UP are more likely to drop out than the rich high schools, and some other students are not able to go to school. Taking education as a non-profitable sector by the government is a major challenge, resulting little attention from them in educated funding. Now coming to the solution, how can we resolve it? Government and guardian both have to perceive education as a tool for economic development. One of the root cause of this problem is that there is a lack of clarity about what constitutes quality education. So if clarity about quality is properly prioritized, then it should be relatively straightforward to create an international framework. Need to ensure that sufficient supply of funds to be done in kind and foreign aid to be done in time. Need to increase the expense of education so that poverty and lack of money would not be a barrier in schooling. Need to upgrade education facilities, need to promote education for all, no inequality. Because education is a passport for the future, for tomorrow belongs to them who prepare it for today. Here I conclude my speech. Thank you. Have a wonderful time to you all.
Thank you, Prerna. Now our next participant is Mansi Joshi.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, Mansi, you're audible.
Okay. So the highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Good evening, regarded judges, educators, and my dear companions. Today, I'm Mansi Joshi of Army Public School, Meerut. Would like to speak.
Please wait, Mansi. Actually, your voice is breaking a lot.
Is it too much?
Yeah, in between. Like, it's legible, but it's really breaking.
Shall I do this again?
You
Please
can
move
switch
to
on your
switch off your video camera.
Now is it fine now?
Yes, better.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll start again then. The highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Good evening, regarded judges, educators, and their companions. Today, I, Mansi Joshi of Army Public School, Meerut, would like to speak on the given topic. As we all know, Uttar Pradesh is the most populous state of India, but when it comes to education, then only 73% of people are literate. There are numerous reasons for the poor quality of education. Firstly, the improper infrastructure and resources that is available to students as well as the teachers. Nowadays, when online classes are on its peak, the students belonging to the less privileged sector are not able to attend online classes just because they don't have expensive gadgets to do so. Secondly, lack of motivation among parents and children is also one of the most important reasons. Since some parents would like their child to work on field rather than study in the school. Thirdly, the school also is not able to develop the skills, critical thinking, rational thinking, as well as the logical thinking of students. Their main emphasis is on rote learning or on scoring marks. Fifth, according to the reports of State of Working India 2019, the students in private schools in Uttar Pradesh are 4 to 5 times better in achieving basic education than students in private schools. Irony is that public school teachers are well paid than private school teachers, but still, there's a difference. Some suggestions from my side, and these suggestions are almost from everybody's side, like they are all the same. First, introduction of modern methods of teaching. Second, periodic tests for students. They are always periodic tests for students, but also for teachers, so that the teachers can also maintain their brain sharpness. Third, appointment of teachers who are genuinely interested in teaching. Fourth, regular awareness programs to motivate students and parents. Fifth, more investment in the education sector. Hence, I would like to conclude my speech with the quotation by Dr. T.P. Chai. Education is more than schooling and acquiring knowledge. It teaches us to discover our ignorance and to enrich our lives. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Thank you, Mansi. Now we have our next participant, Kimi Pandey.
और शिक्षित को शिक्षा दो, अज्ञान को ज्ञान। शिक्षा से ही बन सकता है भारत देश महान। सुसंध्या आदरणीय नियामक मंडल, प्रबंधक मंडल एवं अन्य प्रतिभागी। आज मैं किमी पांडे, आर्मी पब्लिक स्कूल मेरठ की छात्रा, दिए गए विषय पर अपने विचार प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ। शिक्षा हम सभी का अधिकार है, किंतु हम में से कई इससे वंचित रह जाते हैं। कंधों पर बोझ है, आंखों में परियों की खोज है। कंधों पर बोझ है, आंखों में परियों की खोज है। आज करना काम है, बचपन किस चिड़िया का नाम है। क्या आप जानते हैं उत्तर प्रदेश में पिछले दशक में बाल मजदूरी का दर 3.97% से बढ़कर 4.08% हो गया है, जिसका मुख्य कारण आता है ग्रामीण इलाकों की शिक्षा, जहां अभिभावक अपने बच्चों को उच्च विद्यालय भेजने में असमर्थ है। ऐसे में सरकार को आगे आना चाहिए, नीतियों का निर्माण करना चाहिए और सरकारी शिक्षा प्रबंधन में सुधार भी करना चाहिए। एक अन्य परिवर्तन जो मैं चाहूंगी दोनों ही निजी एवं सरकारी शिक्षा प्रणाली में हो, वह यह है कि हमें बच्चों को न केवल काल्पनिक रूप से बल्कि वास्तविक परीक्षण करके भी पढ़ाना चाहिए। जैसे कि हमें बच्चों को केवल धातु की विशेषताएं ही नहीं बतानी चाहिए, बल्कि उन विशेषताओं का परीक्षण करके भी दिखाना चाहिए। ऐसे ही विषय में बच्चों की रुचि में वृद्धि होगी और इसीलिए मैं गुणवत्ता शिक्षा पर प्रकाश डालते हुए आने वाली नई शिक्षा नीति का स्वागत करती हूँ, जिसे सरकार ने 2022 से लागू करने का सोचा है, जिसे गुजरात संघ उत्तर प्रदेश ने भी स्वीकारा है। एक अरसे बाद एक अजीज ने पूछा, और बताओ कॉलेज और विद्यालय है। मैंने भी मुस्कुराकर बोला, जनाब बिल्डिंग वही खड़ी है, बस शिक्षा बिक रही है। शिक्षा का स्तर बढ़ाने के लिए उसका निजीकरण किया गया, किंतु आज वह निजीकरण उसके व्यवसायीकरण में तब्दील हो चुका है। जबरन अभिभावकों को विद्यालय से ही कलम पुस्तकें खरीदने को कहा जाता है, मनमर्जी की फीस वसूली जाती है। ऐसे में सरकार को आगे आना चाहिए और इसके खिलाफ कानून भी बनाना चाहिए। सरकार को स्वयं निजी शिक्षण संस्थानों की फीस तय करनी चाहिए और इसके निरीक्षण के लिए जांच समिति की स्थापना भी करनी चाहिए। अंत में अपनी वाणी को विराम देते हुए बस इतना ही कहना चाहूंगी, जरूरी नहीं रोशनी चिरागों से हो, जरूरी नहीं रोशनी चिरागों से हो, शिक्षा से भी घर रोशन होता है। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, Kimi. Before we move on to the next participant, I would like to मैं सबसे विनती करना चाहूंगी कि अपने माइक्स म्यूट पे रखें ताकि दूसरों की स्पीचेस के बीच में शोर और आवाज ना आए. Now we have a next participant, Priyanka Arya.
हेलो
हाँ प्रियंका, आप
हेलो मैम,
ऑडिबल हैं.
क्या
हाँ
आप
जी,
सुन पा
आपकी
रही हैं?
आवाज हाँ आपकी
Yes,
आवाज आ रही है.
हम शुरू करें। शुभ संध्या
जी.
माननीय अतिथि महोदय एवं सभा में उपस्थित सभी आदर शिक्षकगण। मैं प्रियंका आर्य, कक्षा 12वीं की छात्रा। मेरे स्कूल का नाम गांधी इंटर कॉलेज दड़ियाल रामपुर यूपी। मेरा टोकन नंबर 13 है। आज मैं विषय गुणवत्ता शिक्षा उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए चुनौतियां एवं समाधान विषय पर। गुणवत्ता शिक्षा से हमारा तात्पर्य है शिक्षा के स्तर को उत्कृष्टता की ओर ले जाना, अर्थात आसान शब्दों में हम कह सकते हैं ऐसी शिक्षा जिसमें समाज के प्रत्येक व्यक्ति को काम आए, प्रत्येक व्यक्ति के काम आए। आज हमें अधिकतर स्कूलों में विभिन्न विषयों की प्रयोगशाला भी खेल के मैदान देखने को मिलते हैं, परंतु इनका वास्तविकता यह है कि इन सब का प्रयोग नहीं हो पाता। परिणाम स्वरूप बच्चा कुछ हद तक तो सैद्धांतिक शिक्षा प्राप्त कर लेता है, लेकिन उसे व्यवहारिक शिक्षा और कार्यात्मक सैद्धांतिक शिक्षा प्राप्त कर लेता है, लेकिन प्रयोगात्मक और व्यवहारिक शिक्षा प्राप्त नहीं कर पाता। रोजगार परक व उद्देश्यपूर्ण शिक्षा पर जोर देकर हम गुणवत्ता शिक्षा को ऊंचे पायदान पर ले जा सकते हैं। कुछ सुधार जो मैं इस मंच में उपस्थित आदरणीय महोदय के सामने प्रस्तुत करना चाहूंगी। बच्चे के सर्वांगीण विकास से स्कूलों में शारीरिक, खान पान व व्यवहारिक ज्ञान की कक्षाएं नियमित रूप से संचालित की जानी चाहिए, ताकि क्योंकि कहा जाता है कि स्वस्थ शरीर में ही स्वस्थ मस्तिष्क का वास होता है। मेरा मानना यह है कि स्कूलों में शिक्षा के साथ साथ बच्चे के हुनर कौशल को भी बढ़ावा देना चाहिए। प्रत्येक बच्चे में अपना एक हुनर होता है। शिक्षा की गुणवत्ता के स्तर को बढ़ाने के लिए हम इसकी शुरुआत स्कूलों से कर सकते हैं। जैसे स्कूलों में स्कूल अध्यापक को मानक योग्यता के आधार पर चयनित करना, कक्षा में अध्यापक व बच्चों के बच्चों के अनुपात को सीमित रखना। अंत में मैं कहना चाहूंगी कि गुणवत्ता शिक्षा के जरिए हम माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के सपने आत्मनिर्भर भारत को भी पूर्ण कर सकते हैं। हमारे वेदों में भी लिखा है, स विद्या स विमुक्ते, अर्थात मनुष्य को मुक्ति दिलावे वही विद्या है। जय हिंद, जय भारत। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Priyanka. Now we have a next participant, Ritu.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm audible.
Yes, Ritu, you are.
Ma'am, I'm audible.
Ritu, hello. Hello.
Ma'am, I'm audible.
Yes, Ritu,
Ma'am,
you are.
I'm audible.
Yes, yes.
सुसंध्या आदरणीय न्यायाधीश, मैं रितु सिंह राठौर, कक्षा 11वीं की छात्रा, टोकन अंक 14, जिला मेरठ, स्कूल एपीएस मेरठ, आपके सामने शिक्षा गुणवत्ता के बारे में कुछ शब्द बताना चाहती हूँ। प्राचीन काल में शिक्षा विद्यार्थियों को ऋषियों मुंशियों द्वारा गुरुकुल या आश्रमों में प्रदान की जाती थी, जहाँ विद्यार्थी पूर्णकालिक रूप में रहकर उपरोक्त गुणों का संवर्धन करते हैं। लेकिन वर्तमान समय में शिक्षा तथा शिक्षक के स्वरूपों में, मानदंडों एवं विचारों में परिवर्तन हुआ है। ब्रिटिश मानक संस्थान 1991 पूर्व अध्ययनों में शिक्षा में गुणवत्ता प्रदान के संदर्भ में अध्ययन किया गया है। ऐसे वातावरण का निर्माण हो जो हर विद्यार्थी के शारीरिक निर्माण की पुष्टि करे तथा पाठ्यचर्या का सामंजस्य हो। यूनिसेफ ने गुणवत्ता शिक्षा के बारे में लिखा है, बाल केंद्रित तरीके से होने वाली शिक्षण की गुणवत्ता पूर्व शिक्षा है, जिसमें शिक्षक एक सुगमकर्ता की भूमिका में होगा। कक्षा में भागीदारी और सीखने के लिए उसकी पूरी तैयारी होगी। इसके साथ ही बच्चे का परिवार और समुदाय शिक्षा जारी रखने में सहयोग करेगा। आसान शब्दों में हम कह सकते हैं कि गुणवत्ता शिक्षा का मतलब ऐसी शिक्षा है जो हर बच्चे के काम आए। इसके साथ ही हर बच्चे की क्षमताओं में संपूर्ण विकास में सामान्य रूप से उपयोग हो। विद्यालय की गुणवत्ता निरीक्षण के लिए राष्ट्रीय निकाय की स्थापना हो। निरीक्षण की उपयोगिता सुनिश्चित करने हेतु प्रभावी निरीक्षण प्रणाली विकसित करनी जाए। अध्यापकों की जवाबदारी बढ़ाई जाए। इस प्रकार गुणवत्ता प्रधान शिक्षा का व्यवहारिक अर्थ है बच्चों द्वारा बौद्धिक, भावात्मक एवं मानवदेहिक क्षेत्र की विभिन्न दक्षताओं को उजागर करना। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Ritu. Now we have a next participant, Khushi.
Good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, Khushi, you are.
Myself, Khushi. I'm a student of school APS Meerut, and I'm a student of class 10. So let's start with our topic. Education is considered to be the most essential pillar that holds the nation together to lead to the success. As we talk about the education in Uttar Pradesh, after independence, the state of Uttar Pradesh has continued to make investment over the years in all sectors of education and has achieved significant success in overcoming general educational backgrounds. And if we talk about higher education, it develops the skills required for the student, but not for the jobs. Simply, the students are only acquiring degree, and the university are compromising with their standards day by day. Further existence, they are degrading their syllabus content and not even changing their syllabus with the dynamic changes environment. The resultant is the jobless, educated, useless. We have some solutions also. Teachers should know the one's interest and they should stay some limits. They should reduce number of students in the classroom and they should address the need of low achievers. With this, I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Khushi. Our next participant is Akriti Tyagi, but she couldn't be here due to network issues. Our next participant is Ayushi Kumari.
Am I audible?
Yes, Ayushi.
Am I audible? शिक्षा और मेहनत एक ऐसी चाबी है जो बंद भाग्य को भी खोल देती। इसके साथ सुसाइड आदरणीय न्यायाधीश, मैं आयुषी मेरठ आर्मी पब्लिक स्कूल से हूँ। मैं अपने विचार प्रस्तुत करना चाहूंगी कि शिक्षा से बच्चों का सर्वगुण विकास होता है। इसके लिए सरकार द्वारा कई योजनाएं भी लागू की गई हैं, परंतु इन योजनाओं का कुछ फल नहीं मिला है। सरकार द्वारा एक अनुसंधान में पता चला है कि एक 5वीं कक्षा का छात्र एक तीसरी कक्षा का प्रश्न हल करने में असमर्थ है। यह है उत्तर प्रदेश की प्राथमिक शिक्षा की वास्तविकता। अगर हम चुनौतियों की बात करें तो सबसे बड़ी चुनौती है कि अभिभावकों की आर्थिक स्थिति इतनी बेहतर नहीं है कि वे अपने बच्चों के लिए शिक्षित आवश्यकताओं को पूरी कर सके। फिर हमारी दूसरी चुनौती है कि स्कूलों का बुनियादी ढांचा इतना अच्छा नहीं है। वहां पर उनके लिए स्वच्छता का तो बिल्कुल ख्याल ही नहीं रखा जाता है। वहां पे बच्चों के बैठने के लिए बेंच, कुर्सियां नहीं है और विद्यालयों में बिजली की तो सुविधा ही नहीं है। इन सब व्यवस्थाओं की बहुत कमी है। यदि सरकार शिक्षा व्यवस्था पर राशि खर्च कर भी देती है तो प्रशासकों कई स्थिति में उस राशि का उपयोग नहीं करते हैं। और सबसे बड़ी बात तो यह है कि अधिकतम बार शिक्षकों को बड़े राजनेताओं की सिफारिश से नियुक्त किया जाता है। इन सब समस्या पर गौर किया जाए तो शिक्षक कुछ हद तक ठीक हो सकती है। इनका समाधान है कि सर्वप्रथम विद्यालय के बुनियादी ढांचे को ठीक करना होगा। स्कूलों में बच्चों के लिए बेंच और कुर्सी, स्वच्छता व बिजली की सुविधा उपलब्ध करनी होगी। अगर सरकार द्वारा भेजी गई राशि का प्रशासन द्वारा ठीक प्रकार से उपयोग किया जाए तो ये कुछ हद तक ठीक हो सकती है। और सबसे बड़ी बात तो यह है कि अगर बच्चों की पढ़ने में रुचि ही ना हो तो बच्चे क्या पढ़ेंगे। तो इसलिए बच्चों की पढ़ने में रुचि भी होना आवश्यक है। अगर हम निजी विद्यालयों की बात करें तो वे मुकाबले में प्राथमिक विद्यालयों से बेहतर है, परंतु वहाँ की सबसे बड़ी कठिन समस्या यह है कि वहाँ की जो फीस है वो बहुत ज्यादा है। अगर सरकार द्वारा उनकी फीस कम कर दी जाए तो निजी विद्यालय भी कहीं से कम नहीं। इसके साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देना।
Kashish or Shweta?
Thank you, Ayushi. Our next participant is Shubh Bharti.
हेलो मैम।
हाँ जी,
हेलो मैम।
आपकी आवाज आ रही है।
Good evening, all honorable respected judges. My name is Subhati. I study in 12th class. My school name is UN Public School. My token number is 18. Today my topic on quality education. Education is a weapon to improve one's life. A quality education grants us the ability to fight the war on ignorance and poverty. A quality education is one that focuses on the whole child, the social, emotional, mental, and physical cognitive development of each student, regardless of economic status and geographic location. Major issues in the Indian education system like that today almost everyone has become self-centered and concerned to himself. Only those are successful who have money and can let their children to get good quality educations in the world famous institutions. It is responsible of government to make the root level of education on strong and promote its importance and make it free of cost. It is also duty of the government that make education accessible to every person on the country. Some steps to improve education systems like that: adoption of technology in education systems. Second is more government spending in education sectors. Third is growth in education sector should be incorporate all sections of society like urban areas, women, backward classes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shubh. Now our next participant is Akansha Yadav. Akansha?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Education is the movement from darkness to light. With this, a very good evening to one and all present here. Today, I, Akanksha of APS Merit Kant, is here to present my views on the topic quality education. As we all know, education is something which can have many meanings, as it is a broad concept. According to me, education is a key which unlocks the world and gives freedom and liberty. Respected judges and my dear friends, it is said that an investment in knowledge pays the best result. There are many challenges which are being faced by students these days in Uttar Pradesh. Due to financial problems of parents, students are forcibly doing jobs and are not provided with education. Secondly, government delays in funding for government schools, and due to this, infrastructure is very poor. Number of teachers volunteered are not sufficient in government schools. Apart from these, we also have social, religion, and cultural issues. Due to this, parents don't send their children to school. The biggest and the most important concern is of safety and security, especially for girls, as we all are aware of mishappening that are increasing day by day in UP. Even this is also a lack of quality education. Therefore, if each one of us wants the betterment of education, we then infrastructure should be developed and improved. Sufficient funding should be there. Maintenance of washrooms, water supplies, etc. should be up to the mark, and government schools should be better than private schools so that even poor can get higher education. And lastly, no discrimination regarding religion, status, etc. should be there. At last, I would like to say that the most beautiful and adorable thing about education is that it is such a precious treasury that cannot be taken away from us. Thank you.
Thank you, Akansha. Our next participant is Adiba. Adiba?
Hello everyone, my name is Zadiba and I am studying in class 10th in Government Girls Inter College, Kitwanmere. Today I am delivering my views on quality education. It's one of largest country is Asia. It is largely populated, so the education's system of India is facing multiple problems. Still, we should not deny this fact that we have only one tool which can solve many problems like poverty, corruption, employment, terrorism. To that too is education and more of that quality education. Quality education in government schools be improved. I am giving some point. Point one: when the government employees will consider themselves as responsible towards the student, towards government, and teach towards their country, quality education will be improved. Point two: practical based knowledge should be given to children, like learning by doing, not by cramming. Point 3: high quality research should be used as audio visual methods, advanced teaching material, etc. Point 4: shortage of teachers is also a very big problem in government college or schools. So government should take a step to provide us specialists that subject teachers who alone give us quality education. Point 5: and in last but not the least, government should do the efforts for those children who left their education, especially girls, because of distance, money, safety, early marriage, etc. We can't leave everything and government. Everybody has to come forwards and take a step in these situations. Otherwise, we fall behind globally. Thank you, everyone, for leading your years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adiba. Our next participant is Antriksha Yadav.
Good evening to all the respected judges in the panel, teachers, and my enduring friends. I am Antriksh of class 11th, representing Army Public School Meerut District, Bagpat, is going to speak on the topic that is quality education in India. Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most important weapon you can choose to eradicate all the poverty and the atrocities faced in the country. Well, ladies and gentlemen, health is also one of the major concerns if we talk about the quality of education. And you will be shocked to know that 40% of the schools does not provide basic health facilities to their students. I am not joking. I'm not saying it by my side. Rather, a report of Amar Ujala reveals this. Sanitization is also one of the most important aspects if we consider the quality education. All work and no play makes the jack dull, as you all are aware. But my dear, students are busy in their assignments, projects, homework. As a result, they do not get any time to play. And also one of the very disheartening thing is that most of the teachers of most of the government school are not able to teach the kids because they are busy in preparing the midday meal. I hope that you all are feeling the gravity of the matter, but feeling the gravity does not solve the problem. We have to wake up from our eternal sleep before it's too late. To facilitate better, government should provide free health checkup. In addition to this, policies like new education policy and Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan should be implemented properly. Students should be encouraged to adopt vocational subject as it increases their chances of being and breadwinner of the family in this era of unemployment. At last, I wanted to say that we need to take these suggestions because actions speak louder than words, ladies and gentlemen. At last, I wanted to say thank you very much for listening to my views. Thank you very much for giving me your precious time.
Thank you, Antriksh. Now we have our next participant, Omveer Panwar.
क्या आप मुझे सुन रहे हो मैडम?
जी।
ओके, नमस्कार, मैं ओमवीर पवार, जय हिंद पब्लिक स्कूल सहारनपुर से कक्षा 12वीं का छात्र हूँ। यहाँ उपस्थित सभी को मेरा प्रणाम। आज मैं आपके सामने गुणवत्तापूर्ण शिक्षा के बारे में विशेष चर्चा करने जा रहा हूँ। गुणवत्तापूर्ण शिक्षा का मतलब है ऐसी शिक्षा जो हर एक बच्चे के काम आए। इसके साथ ही हर एक बच्चे की क्षमताओं के संपूर्ण विकास के समान रूप से उपयोगी हो। शिक्षा की गुणवत्ता के लिए शिक्षकों की क्षमता निर्माण के साथ साथ उचित वातावरण महत्वपूर्ण है। अध्यापकों की कमी सेवा में चुने जाने के बाद उनका विधिवत प्रशिक्षण और सेवाकालीन अध्यापकों के व्यावसायिक विकास और अध्यापन के स्तर को बढ़ाने, परिणामों के साथ उनकी जज्बातदेही सुनिश्चित करने जैसे विषयों पर समय समय पर राज्य सरकार तथा केंद्र सरकार द्वारा बहुत कुछ कहा जाता है। साक्षरता और स्कूल शिक्षा के सुधार के नाम पर स्कूल तो खोले गए हैं, लेकिन शिक्षा के स्तर में कोई खास अंतर नहीं आया है, बल्कि उल्टा गिरावट आई है। लोकसभा के इस सत्र में रखी गई सुनिश्चित जिला सूची पद्धति की रिपोर्ट से पता चला है कि देश भर में आज भी 1,05,630 स्कूल ऐसे हैं जहां एक ही शिक्षक है। 2015-2016 की DIS रिपोर्ट के अनुसार उत्तर प्रदेश के 15,670 स्कूलों में केवल एक ही शिक्षक है। हालांकि ऐसे ज्यादातर स्कूल के बच्चे कम ही मिलते हैं। अभी वास्तव में यह ठीक से तय ही नहीं किया कि किस वर्ग के बच्चों की तरह सिखाया जा सकता है। स्कूल शिक्षा में सुधार के लिए शिक्षण विधियों, प्रशिक्षण और परीक्षण की विधियों में सुधार करने की जरूरत है। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Omveer. Our next participant is Apala Sharma.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, Apala, you are.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As said by the beacon of the Indian ethos, Gandhiji, and I quote, the purpose of education should be to develop the competency through head, heart, and hand. But sadly, the existential nuances of our state, Uttar Pradesh, in the paradigm of education seem to have become more moribund in fulfilling the desire of father of our nation. Warm greetings to the venerated members of the jury and the retinue of the orator sources. Today, I, Apala Sharma of CJDAV Centenary Public School, Meerut, feel profoundly privileged to be bestowed with the opportunity of providing my radical views on the topic quality education and challenges for the state of Uttar Pradesh. Without taking much of your time, coming directly to the problems faced, dearth of qualified faculty, lack of resources, redundant teaching methodologies, improper usage of funds, and their subsequent embezzlement by the higher authorities, lack of awareness among the poorest sections of the society, restricting the girl child from getting even the basic of education, severe absenteeism of teachers, excessively less number of working days, proxy teachers in lieu of the appointed ones. I have told a lot of problems. I think I should work on the solutions too. Positive reinforcement and motivation, holistic learning by inputting the child's genuine learning, upgrading not only in curriculum but also in the system of morals. Optimum productivity must be assured by constant analysis. Secularism in the classroom must be maintained. Stringent punishment policies must be exercised. Perennial motivation for children must be made sure of. In the end, I take my leave by hoping that all our authorities will surely make amendments in bringing my fellow brethren by human equal together by providing equal opportunities to education to all so that we can march ahead from evolution to revolution. If I was harsh, I have to be sorry. Thank you for bearing me.
Thank you, Apala. Now our next participant is Ashmita Bhati.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Quality is never an accident. It is always the result of intelligent effort. Good evening to all the judges and students present here. Myself, Ashmita Bhati from Army Public School, Meerut. Now, before we start, I will let you know what is quality education. Quality education is one that is pedagogically and developmentally sound and educate the students in becoming an active and productive members of society. I generally belongs to Uttar Pradesh. There are several challenges which UP is facing nowadays in the field of quality education, and these are bad infrastructure of government schools, high fees of private schools, illiteracy of guardians, gender neutral education, and basic computing in rural areas of UP and reservation system. But these problems can be solved by taking some measures. So the first step in revamping the education scene in the state should begin with improving infrastructure of government schools so that the students are given an environment where they can learn to the best of their abilities. Next step should be towards lowering the fees of private schools, then to increase literacy rate of women from 63.4%, they should be given equal opportunities as men. Next, that the parents should be educated about different career options for their wards as they do not force their wards to choose the subject of their own choice. And at last, reservation system has been so obsessed with providing the best opportunities to reserved that it misses out the ones who actually deserve the same. Therefore, the removal of the system will ensure equal opportunities for all and in turn ensure greater innovation in the state. So, in conclusion, it can be said that quality education is the need of our, and the term quality, which encompasses social, economic, cognitive, and cultural aspect of education, must have to be perceived as an integral of the educational process and its results to ensure the sustainability of humankind in this world of friction and struggle. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have a next participant, Garima Chaudhary.
Am I audible to you, ma'am?
Yes, Garima.
Okay. आप सभी आदरणीय निर्णायक
गणों को मेरा नमस्कार। मेरा नाम गरिमा चौधरी है एवं मैं जैन पब्लिक स्कूल सहारनपुर से हूं और मेरा टोकन नंबर 25 है। जैसा कि हम सभी जानते हैं कि हमारा भारत देश का अन्य देशों की तुलना में शिक्षा के स्तर में काफी पिछड़ा हुआ है, जिसमें कि हमारा राज्य उत्तर प्रदेश अन्य राज्यों की तुलना में सबसे नीचे पायदान पर आ पड़ा है। मेरे विचार से जिसका मूल कारण शिक्षक शिक्षिकाओं में पूर्ण ज्ञान का अभाव एवं शिक्षा का रोजगार परख न होना है। अतः अब आवश्यकता तो इस बात की है कि राज्य सरकार शिक्षक शिक्षिकाओं के चयन में किसी भी प्रकार की शिथिलता न बरते एवं बुनियादी ढांचों को सुदृढ़ एवं रोजगार परख बनाया जाए। कुछ पंक्तियां कहना चाहूंगी, गौर फरमाइएगा। अंधकार है वहां जहां आदित्य नहीं है, अंधकार है वहां जहां आदित्य नहीं है, और मुर्दा है वह देश जिसका कोई साहित्य नहीं है, जिसका कोई साहित्य नहीं है। जैसा कि हम सभी जानते हैं कि विकासशील देश में शिक्षा शुरू से ही व्यवहारिक एवं प्रयोगात्मक रही है, जिसके कारण वहां के विद्यार्थी बड़े बड़े आविष्कार करते रहते हैं एवं शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में नोबेल पुरस्कार तक प्राप्त करते हैं। अंत में मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देते हुए इतना ही कहना चाहूंगी कि आवश्यकता इस बात की है कि हमारा देश भी अन्य विकासशील देशों की भांति शिक्षा को व्यवहारिक, प्रयोगात्मक, उत्साहवर्धक बनाया जाए, संगठित रहे और साथ रहे। क्योंकि गौर फरमाइएगा, क्योंकि जिसको न निज गौरव तथा निज देश का अभिमान है, जिसको न गौरव तथा निज देश का अभिमान है, नर नहीं वह पशु निरा है, नर नहीं वह पशु निरा है, और मृतक समान है, और मृतक समान है। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Thank you, Garima. Now we have a next participant, Gauri Tyagi.
Good evening, respected judges and the entire audience. I'm Gauri Tyagi, token number 26 from Army Public School, Meerut, Kant. Today, I'm going to speak on the topic Quality Education, Challenges and Solutions for the state of Uttar Pradesh. With a population of 200 million people, equivalent to the population of Brazil, but with an economy the size of Qatar's, which has only 2.4 million people, the government of India's most populous state faces a myriad of problems, one of the most prominent being quality education. A quality education grants us the ability to fight the war on ignorance and poverty. It provides the foundation for equity in society. One of the most common challenges faced in schools is the lack of infrastructure, which makes the students lack interest and concentration. There is strong evidence that high-quality infrastructure improves student outcome. Therefore, there is a need to improve the infrastructure in schools. Due to the high population of the state and such less staff in schools, things are difficult to manage. We need to use a competitive career and pay structure to retain more and more teachers. The large number of schools also make it difficult for the government to implement its various reforms. The key is awareness and communication. Children should be motivated to do social work for their overall development. For a quality education, there must be understanding and communication among the teachers and the students. In various parts of India, especially in Uttar Pradesh, a large part of the population is still uneducated. Parents are unaware about the importance of education. The government should conduct campaigns for students as well as their parents to teach them about the importance of education. We need to have an assessment procedure for assessing and monitoring the growth of the students. Thank you.
Thank you, Gauri. Now we have a next participant, Janvi Chaudhary. Janvi? I think we'll move on to our next participant, Juhi Bhatnagar.
Am I audible?
Yes, Juhi.
Renowned poet Khalil Gibran once vertebly quoted, "In order to fly, we need to stay connected to our roots. Roots are nourished, nurtured, and is strengthened by the elixir of literacy. But our roots are severed and mutilated by a pestilence-stricken education system. Greetings of the day to the lionized chair of jury and my fellow camaraderie. I, Juhi Bhatnagar of CJDV Centenary Public School, am celestially pleased to share my logically abiding belief on the topic of quality education, challenges and solutions for the state of Uttar Pradesh. UP, one of the biggest states in India, the pivot of country's decision making due to its biggest share of seat holders in the parliament, has undergone drastic changes in the realm of education. And neither the repercussions nor the aftermath are driving the anchor of society towards any progress. Formal policies of education have been laid down, blatantly flouted innumerable times in the name of corruption and lack of ample resources. To ameliorate the condition of education in the state, we need to make concerted efforts in spreading the awareness about the need of it. Also, the government authorities should control and monitor the performance of not only the established educational institutions but also other bodies like CBSE, ICSE, and IB for the effective grievance redressal of the issues faced by the people and pupils. In the end, I wish to say that too, disposes is the easiest task, but what to possesses to embrace the pitfalls and rectify them with ingenuity brings better outcomes, better learners, and certainly a better tomorrow. Thank you.
We have a next participant now, Lakshita Yadav.
Am I audible?
Yes, Lakshita.
Good evening, judges. I am Lakshita Yadav of Class 10, token number 29 from Army Public School, Meerut Camp. Albert Einstein once said, and I quote, "Education is not the learning of facts, rather it is the training of the mind to think." Quality education is not merely knowing facts and figures or the capability to read and write. It is rather one that provides all the learners with capabilities that they require to become economically productive, politically sound, and socially adaptable. India has a literacy rate of 77.7%, while in Uttar Pradesh it is still 69.72%. Private schools in Uttar Pradesh are doing quite well, but such privileges are available only to a handful of people. And most parents, being illiterate and poor, do not realize the value of education. They give birth to a lot of children, and those children indulge in child labor. The government needs to provide proper incentive to these parents, and they should encourage both adult education and child education. Our students do not have the basic infrastructural facilities. They do not even have washrooms or toilets or even classrooms. The government needs to follow up on these cases very seriously. They need to make sure that the funds that they're releasing are being used in the proper places where they're intended to be. They need to introduce new schemes. Moreover, there is a lot of teacher absenteeism. Proxy is quite prominent among the teachers, and these teachers do not come regularly to school. So I suggest that there be a proper biometric system for such teachers. We must recruit and train teachers. Proper vocational institutions must be set up. This way, the students will get good teachers, they will get proper attention, and there will be an increase in employment. In the end, we can conclude by saying that apart from strategical solutions, a major problem lies in the mindset of people. If we educate people, we can eradicate such problems, even economic problems and social problems such as rape, corruption, etc. So when we educate the youth, we make the youth independent. After all, the voice of the youth is the voice of the future. It is the voice of India. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshita. Now we have a next participant, Manpreet Kaur. Manpreet, thoda closer, come closer to your Yeah.
आदरणीय निर्णायकगण, शिक्षकगण एवं मेरे प्रिय सहपाठियों, आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं मनप्रीत कक्षा 10 न्यू बैंकिंग पब्लिक स्कूल से प्रस्तुत हूँ आज के इस भाषण प्रतियोगिता में। तो आज का हमारा
Manpreet, increase the volume of your device. Increase the volume of your device.
मैम अब आ रही है?
Yes, come closer. Now speak.
तो स्टार्टिंग से स्टार्ट करूँ?
नहीं, आप अब यहीं से शुरू करिए।
तो हमारा आज का विषय है गुणवत्ता शिक्षा। गुणवत्ता शिक्षा ये शब्द जितना सुनने में और दिखने में बड़ा लगता है, उतना ही बड़ा इसका महत्व भी है। गुणवत्ता शिक्षा आसान शब्दों में कहूँ तो एक ऐसी शिक्षा जो हर एक बच्चे के काम आए। जैसे कि आप सब जानते हैं, गुणवत्ता शिक्षा जैसे हर बच्चे के सीखने का तरीका अलग अलग होता है, तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि गुणवत्ता शिक्षा ऐसी शिक्षा हो जो हर एक बच्चे के सीखने के तरीके को खुद में सम्मानित कर सके। परंतु हमारे प्रदेश में गुणवत्ता शिक्षा पर अनेकों चुनौतियां हैं। जैसे हमारे प्रदेश के राजकीय इंटर कॉलेज में 3,06,707 शिक्षकों के पद खाली है और कुछ शिक्षक तो है ही नहीं, और उनमें से जो है उनमें से भी कुछ शिक्षक ऐसे हैं जो ऐसा नहीं पढ़ा रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं पढ़ा सकते हैं, जो नहीं पा रहे हैं, जो बच्चों को थोड़ा समझ में आए। तो अगर इनके चुनौतियां हैं तो समाधान भी होंगे। आप सबने वो कहानी तो सुनी होगी प्रेमचंद जी की कीर्तिगा, जिसमें एक बच्चा खुद के बारे में नहीं सोचकर अपनी दादी के बारे में सोचता है। तो जब एक चैप्टर या फिर जब एक पार्ट कक्षा में खत्म हो जाता है, तो हमारे जो शिक्षक हैं, कुछ शिक्षक ऐसे हैं जो क्या करते हैं, पीछे के 4 या 5 क्वेश्चन करा के कह देते हैं इसको रट लो, और जो बच्चे होते हैं वो रट कर पास हो जाते हैं। परंतु मैं चाहती हूँ कि शिक्षक ऐसे हैं जो यहाँ पर इसको पार्ट को खत्म ना करें, बल्कि यहाँ से शुरू करें। मैंने एक शिक्षक को देखा जिसने प्रश्न पूछा बच्चों से कि अब कौन सा बच्चा ऐसा है जो मेला जाकर ना क्या खरीदेगा। एक बच्चे ने उत्तर बोला कि सर ये मैं खरीदूंगा रुमाल। तो शिक्षक ने पूछा क्यों, तो उसने कहा कि मैं अपनी माँ के लिए रुमाल खरीदूंगा, क्योंकि जब वो मजदूरी करने जाती है तो अपना पसीना साड़ी से पहुंचती है। तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि उसको रुमाल दूं ताकि साफ कपड़े से अपना मुंह पोंछ सके। तो ये पार्ट उस बच्चे के दिल में बस गया है। जब कोई भी पार्ट बच्चों के दिल में बस जाएगा तब आएगी शिक्षा में गुणवत्ता। आखिर अंततः मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूंगी, हर पक्ष पर बच्चा हर छात्र सीख सकता है, परंतु एक ही दिन और एक ही समय नहीं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Manpreet. Now we have our next participant, Kritika Khetwal.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, Kritika.
Hello, ma'am.
Kritika, turn off your video, please. I think it'll make your audio better. Yeah, please.
Is it audible now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. A very good evening, everyone. I'm Ritika Khetwal of 12th Standard, token number 31 from Army Public School, Meerut. Before elaborating the factors affecting quality education in Uttar Pradesh, I would like to throw light on the financial management of UP schools by the government. According to our statistical data, teacher salary constitutes the largest share of the UP school education budget, whereas the government has focused more on the accessibility and affordability of education. That's why the second highest spending is on entitlements and incentives for children, including midday meal and other significant schemes. Uttar Pradesh, being India's largest child population state of age 6 to 14 years, unfortunately still holds poor literacy rates and low teacher-student ratio. There is a huge gap between the number of teachers required and currently appointed, despite of knowing that a teacher plays crucial role in the state of learning outcomes. Talking about a rural child being influenced by the competitive world who wants to pursue quality education, then the first and foremost factor that holds him back is poverty, followed by illiteracy of guardians, where they prefer him to work on fields rather than going to school, adding on the financial problems too. If somehow this child is enrolled in school, then delay in funding by the government, laziness of administrators, poor infrastructure, and low job satisfaction of teachers holds the child's growth. According to me, while designing the budget, all the components of quality education should be kept in mind for the desired results. Awareness should be spread of using education as a tool for development instead of thinking it a non-profitable investment. Various teacher training institutions should be built to cope up with the low teacher-student ratio. Sufficient supply of funds and their timely releasing should be monitored. At last, I would like to conclude quality education departed by urban as well as rural schools across UP will not only gear up child's individual development but also contribute in economic development of the state. Thank you.
Thank you, Ritika. Now we have our last participant, Tabish Khan. Tabish, you're not audible. No, try removing your earphones.
Am I audible now, ma'am?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone listening out there. This is Tabish Khan from Army Public School, Meerut, Kant District, Meerut, and I'm token number 30. Today, I have collected the data of two education systems. The first one being the best education system in India, that is Kerala's, and the second one is the best education system in world, which is Finland. Talking about Kerala's education system, after reading through, I just got this data that their emphasis more on female education, and the female literacy rate in Kerala is 95%, while it's just 59% in UP. And talking about Finland, they have more emphasis on knowledge rather than excellence. And thus teachers have low hours of schools, and they don't give homework or anything like that. Now I'll share some ground measures which I think need to be embodied in UP. The first one being vocational education. Talking about vocational education, I think vocational education should be practiced earlier in early classes so that students can get the idea of how to work manually rather than just reading the theory. Second one being sensitive education should be inculcated in school at an early stage to cherish the young minds. And another thing I wanted to highlight is the stream system. The stream system should be embodied earlier, and it should be unlike the current one, where students should get the chance to select any subject rather than choosing a collection of subjects. And at last, I just want to highlight the marks in learning. Talking about marks are shown to be really important rather than learning. And it's not just about how parents think or how students think. It's about how marks are shown out or spread out in society. That just develops this thought that marks are more important in learning, which is not in current state. So thank you for listening out there.
Thank you, Tabish. Now we will have three participants who weren't able to give their speeches earlier or had network issues. I will mention the token number for our judges so that they can mark them accordingly. We will first have Mansi Joshi. She was token number 11.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, Mansi.
Shall I start?
Yes, please. I think you should switch off your audio. Sorry, video. I think that will help your audio.
The highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Good evening, regarded judges, educators, and dear companions. Today, I'm Mansi Joshi of Army Public School, Meerut, would like to speak on the given topic. As you all know, Uttar Pradesh is the most populous state of India. But when it comes to education, then only 73% of people are literate. There are numerous reasons for this poor quality of education. Firstly, the lack of infrastructure and resources available to the student as well as teachers. Nowadays, when online classes are on peak, students belonging to the less privileged section are not able to attend classes just because they don't have expensive gadgets to do so. Secondly, the lack of motivation among parents and children. For example, a parent in areas would want his child to go on fields to work rather than go to school and study. And thirdly, the schools are not able to develop the skills, critical thinking, rational thinking, as well as logical thinking of students. Their main emphasis is on rote learning and not on scoring marks. They don't want education. They want to literate people, not education. Fourthly, according to the report of State of Working India 2019 of UP, students in private schools are 4 to 5 times better in achieving basic learning than students in private schools. And irony is that public school teachers are way more paid than private school teachers, but still it's the difference. Some suggestions from my side, which are almost similar to everyone are: first, introduction of modern methods of teaching. Second, periodic tests for students as well as teachers so that teachers can also maintain their brain sharpness. Appointment of capable teachers who are genuinely interested in teaching. Because most of the time, people think that, "Arey, kuch nahi kara to teacher ban jayenge." So this is the thinking of now's generation. I know it's not good, but still. Next, regular awareness programs to motivate students and parents. And also, the investment in education sector should also be increased. Hence, I would like to conclude my speech with a quotation by Dr. T.B. Chai. Education is more than schooling and acquiring knowledge. It teaches us how to think, how to discover our ignorance, and to enrich our lives. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Thank you, Mansi. Now we have our second last participant, Garima Rahul. She was token number 6.
Garima, your voice is breaking.
Shrita ji, Garima can try again, or otherwise we can accommodate her in tomorrow's session.
Yeah, because earlier also there was some network issue with Garima Rahul.
Yes,
so
yes.
I think
It'll be better if you accommodate her tomorrow.
Okay, we'll now move on to our very last participant, Janvi Chaudhary. She was token number 27.
Ma'am, am I audible? Ma'am?
Yes, Janvi. Yes, Janvi.
Ma'am, ready?
Yes, please go ahead.
अशिक्षित को शिक्षा दो, अज्ञानी को ज्ञान, शिक्षा से ही बन सकता है मेरा भारत देश महान। आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं जहानवी चौधरी कक्षा 10 से टोकन नंबर 27 जिला मुजफ्फरनगर न्यू वेलकी पब्लिक स्कूल से प्रस्तुत हूँ से मैं अपना पक्ष प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ। जैसे कि आप सभी जानते हैं, गुणवत्ता शिक्षा आज के समय में इसका बहुत ही महत्व है। देश में जब शिक्षा का अधिकार अधिनियम लागू हुआ तो 6 से 14 वर्ष के बच्चों के लिए यह मौलिक अधिकार बन गया। इसके अलावा शिक्षा क्षेत्र में सुधार लाने के लिए केंद्र और राज्य सरकारों द्वारा विभिन्न योजनाएं और कार्यक्रम चलाए जा रहे हैं। इसके बावजूद शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में चुनौतियों का अंबर लगा है तथा ऐसे उपायों की तलाश लगातार जारी है जिनसे इस क्षेत्र में क्रांतिकारी परिवर्तन लाए जा सके। मानव संसाधन के विकास का मूल शिक्षा है, जो देश में सामाजिक आर्थिक तंत्र के संतुलन में एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाती है। सूचना एवं संचार प्रौद्योगिकी के माध्यम से राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा मिशन की परिकल्पना केंद्र प्रायोजित योजना के रूप में की गई है। शिक्षा की गुणवत्ता को प्रभावित करने वाले कई कारक हैं, जैसे कि देश में 1 लाख से अधिक विद्यालय ऐसे हैं जहां केवल एक ही शिक्षक है। आजादी के 72 वर्ष बाद भी यदि शिक्षा में की दिशा और दशा यही है, तो स्कूली शिक्षा की गुणवत्ता में सुधार के सकारात्मक अभियान में सभी का सक्रिय सहयोग लेना आवश्यक होगा। इस अभियान में सरकार, नागरिक समाज संगठन, विशेषज्ञों, माता-पिता, सामुदायिक सदस्यों और बच्चों सभी के प्रयासों की आवश्यकता होगी। यह समय है जब स्कूल शिक्षा की गुणवत्ता में सुधार के इस मुद्दे पर एक टीम इंडिया का गठन किया जाना चाहिए। डॉक्टर एस राधाकृष्ण की अध्यक्षता में गठित विश्वविद्यालय शिक्षा आयोग 1948 इसके ध्यान द्वारा क्षेत्र, जाति, लैंगिक विषमता पर ध्यान दिए बिना समाज के सभी वर्गों के लिए उच्च शिक्षा को सुलभ बनाने की अनुशंसा की गई है। साथ ही मैं यह कहना चाहूंगी कि उत्तर प्रदेश जैसे प्रदेश में गुणवत्ता शिक्षा का बहुत ही महत्व है। इसमें हमें सुधार करना चाहिए। आए दिन स्कूलों की बढ़ती फीस, जो कि सभी माता पिता देने में असमर्थ हैं, इसलिए मैं यह कहना चाहूंगी, शिक्षा का नहीं है कोई मोल, है जीवन की भांति अनमोल। धन्यवाद। आपका दिन शुभ हो।
Thank you, Janvi. Now we are at the end of our speeches. All the participants have given their speeches, and I would like to thank every participant for putting in effort. आप लोगों ने मेहनत की, आप लोगों ने speeches दी, उसके लिए धन्यवाद। हम आपके opinions लेंगे, report बनाएंगे और UN तक वो पहुंचेंगे। हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है कि हम यूपी के डिफरेंट जिलों से आप सबके opinions लेके एक बड़ी संस्था UN जैसे तक पहुंचा सकते हैं। अभी के लिए हम अपने जजेस से बात करके आप सबके मार्क्स टैली करेंगे। अभी 6:40 हो रहे हैं, 6:50 या मैक्सिमम 7 o'clock तक रिजल्ट्स अनाउंस हो जाएंगे। तब तक आप लोगों से एक रिक्वेस्ट है, अभी चैट बॉक्स में 2 फीडबैक फॉर्म आएंगे, इंग्लिश और हिंदी। आप तब तक आप सब वो भर दीजिए एंड हम अपने जजेस के साथ कंसल्ट करके आपको अभी के अभी इसी टाइम पे रिजल्ट बता देंगे।
मैम, थैंक यू फॉर योर गाइडेंस। मैम, थैंक यू फॉर योर गाइडेंस।
थैंक यू जानवी। आप लोगों के कुछ भी फीडबैक हो और कमेंट्स हो, आप उस फॉर्म में भर सकते हैं।
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks a lot. Yes, ma'am.
ओके सो चैट बॉक्स में मैंने दो फीडबैक फॉर्म डाले हैं, एक हिंदी में एंड एक इंग्लिश में। एक सर्वे फॉर्म का लिंक डाला है जो कि इंग्लिश में है, और दो सर्वे लिंक्स डाले हैं थ्रू व्हाट्सएप चैट एंड थ्रू फेसबुक चैट। आप कोई भी एक्सेस कर सकते हैं and you can fill it in Hindi and regional languages as well. And दूसरी बात, प्लीज अपनी स्पीचेस की कॉपी फीडबैक फॉर्म में डाल दीजिएगा, अपलोड इट एज अ फाइल